Get all your COVID-19 vaccination answers here. Let's start. Will everyone get vaccination all at once? No. According to availability of vaccine, government has set a priority chart. In phase 1, healthcare and frontline workers will receive the jab during the COVID-19 inoculation drive. The list includes health workers both from government and private institutions, along with sanitization workers, other frontline workers, defense force, police, and other paramilitary forces. In phase 2, people above the age of 50 and below the age of 50 having comorbid conditions will receive the vaccination. Will COVID-19 vaccination be voluntary? The COVID-19 vaccination will be voluntary, the Health Ministry earlier stated. However, it is advisable to receive the complete schedule of the vaccine for protecting oneself against this disease and also to limit the spread of this disease to the close contacts, including family members, friends, relatives, and co-workers, the ministry said. Is the fast-tracked COVID-19 vaccines safe to take? These vaccines have been tested for its safety and efficiency by responsible agencies and regulatory bodies and then has been circulated. Can a person presently having COVID-19 infection be vaccinated? The person with confirmed or suspected COVID-19 infection may increase the risk of spreading the same to others at vaccination site. For this reason, infected individuals should defer vaccination for 14 days after symptoms resolution. Do a person recovered from COVID-19 need to get vaccinated? In order to develop a strong immune response, it's advisable for the recovered person to get the vaccination. Out of the multiple vaccines available, how is one or more vaccine chosen for administration? The safety and efficacy data from clinical trials of vaccine candidates are examined by drug regulator of a country before granting the license for the same. Hence, all the COVID-19 vaccines that receive license will have comparable safety and efficacy. However, it must be ensured that the entire schedule of vaccination is completed by only one type of vaccine, as different vaccines are not interchangeable. Does India have the capacity to store the COVID vaccine at temperature of 2 to 8 degrees Celsius and transport them at required temperature? India runs one of the largest immunization programs in the world, catering to vaccination needs of more than 26 million newborns and 29 million pregnant women. The program mechanisms are being strengthened and geared up to effectively cater the world's large and diverse population. Will the vaccine introduced in India be as effective as the ones introduced in other countries? Yes. The COVID-19 vaccine introduced in India will be as effective as any vaccine developed by other countries. Various phases of vaccine trials are undertaken to ensure its safety and efficacy. How will I know if I am eligible for vaccination? In the initial phase, COVID-19 vaccines will be provided to the priority group, that is healthcare and frontline workers. The 50 plus age group may also begin early based on vaccine availability. The eligible beneficiaries will be informed through their registered mobile number regarding their health facility where the vaccination will be provided and the scheduled time for the same. This will be done to avoid any inconvenience in registration and vaccination of beneficiaries. Can a person get the COVID-19 vaccine without registration with health department? No. Registration of beneficiary is mandatory for vaccination of COVID-19. Only after registration, the information on the session, site to visit, and time will be shared with the beneficiary. What documents are required for registration of eligible beneficiary? Any of the below mentioned ID with photo may be produced at the time of registration. Aadhaar card, driving license, health insurance smart card issued under the scheme of Ministry of Labour, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act job card. Official identity cards issued by MPs, MLAs, MLCs, PAN card, passbooks issued by bank or post office, passport, pension document, service identity card with photograph issued by employees by central, state government, PSUs, public limited companies, voters ID, smart card issued by RGI under NPR. Will a photo ID be required at the time of registration? The photo ID produced at the time of registration must be produced and verified at the time of vaccination. If a person is not able to produce photo ID at the session site, whether he'll be vaccinated or not, photo ID is must for both registration and verification of beneficiary at session site to ensure that the intended person is vaccinated. How will the beneficiary receive information about due date of vaccination? Following online registration, beneficiary will receive SMS on their registered mobile number about the due date, place and time of vaccination. Will vaccinated beneficiaries receive information on the status of their vaccination after completion? Yes. On getting due dose of COVID-19 vaccine, the beneficiary will receive SMS on the registered mobile number. After all doses of vaccine are administered, a QR code based certificate will be sent to the registered mobile number of the beneficiary. If one is taking medicines for illness like cancer, diabetes, hypertension, etc., can she take the COVID-19 vaccine? Yes, people with one or more of these comorbid conditions are considered high risk category. They need to get COVID-19 vaccination. Are there any preventive measures and precautions that one needs to follow at the session site? You are requested to rest at the vaccination center for at least half an hour after taking COVID-19 vaccine. Inform the nearest health authorities, ANM, ASHA workers in case you feel any discomfort or uneasiness subsequently. Remember to continue following key COVID appropriate behaviors like wearing of mask, maintaining hand sanitization and physical distancing. What about the possible side effects from COVID-19 vaccine? COVID-19 vaccine will be introduced only when the safety is proven, as is true for other vaccines. The common side effects in some individuals could be mild fever, pain, etc. at the site of injection. States have been asked to start making arrangements to deal with any COVID-19 vaccine related side effects as one of the measures towards safe vaccine delivery among masses. How many doses of vaccine would have to be taken by me and at what interval? 2 doses of vaccine 28 days apart need to be taken by an individual to complete the vaccination schedule. When would antibodies develop? After taking first dose or after taking second dose or much later? Preventive levels of antibodies are generally developed 2 weeks after receiving the second dose of COVID-19 vaccine. That's all friends. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and share this information.